Hello guys and welcome to my video number 4 on PHP. And before we start, don't forget to run the Apache and MySQL in your XAMPP control panel. Okay, minimize that. Open your notepad. Okay, so we talked about the 4 scalar types, and we now going to talk about arrays. Okay. And later on we're going to talk about objects in this video or in the next one. So let's open a new file. Oops. Let's click here, new. Okay. And let's put here the PHP tags. Start doing some code. I forgot to mention you guys about the variables in PHP. So we're going to do a little, before we start doing some arrays, I'm going to teach you how to use variables, simple variables in PHP. So let's save this as, let's say vars.php, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so to do a variable in PHP, we type the dollar symbol, and then we type, let's say, the var, okay, equals, let's say, hello world. Okay. Now, we have a variable named var with this string here, hello world. And now I want to output this string here, okay? So to output that string, I type echo, okay? And the name of the variable, which is the $sign and var, and end it with semicolon. Okay, save this. And now don't forget that you can't, if you go here and launch it in Chrome, it will not work. Okay, the code will appear as we typed it in the notepad, you see, but it will not run. So to do that, I already told you that we have to type localhost and the name of the file, which was, let's see the name, I think it was vars, yeah, htdocs vars, that's it. So let's type vars.php, enter, there it is. Okay, hello world. So we're using a variable. Okay, so to make a variable, I can, you don't have to type var. Okay, you can give the variable a name, whatever name you want, just simply just by typing after the dollar symbol. Okay, so you have always to put the dollar symbol before a variable and then the name you want for the variable. So let's type Victor. Okay, so save this, and now we have to change this to Victor. Okay, so variables have always the symbol, the dollar symbol, before the name of the variable. Okay, let's save this. Let's see if it works. Where is my browser? Here it is. Refresh, and there it is. Okay, it works. If I change here, let's type here hello Victor. Refresh that, and there it is. Hello Victor. Okay, so now we know how to output data from inside a variable. Okay. So remember I told you about the different types of data there are. We had the boolean, true, false, the integer, float, and the string. So from these four, now what we did now was string, right? But we can type float numbers or integers. Okay, if I type here 1, 2, 3, okay, this is an integer, okay, and I can output that number as well. This is an integer, okay. So now you see how basically variables work and how we can take the variables and output the value that is or the data that is stored in the variable. Okay, so now we're going to start talking about arrays. Okay, so arrays are basically you can think of arrays as lists of something. Okay, and we use those lists to organize whatever you want to organize. So, for example, I want to do an array for I don't know, users. Okay, so we would have user name 1, username 2, username 3, username 4, and each of that user would have a password. Okay, so let's type a simple array first, okay, and then we'll go for more advanced features on arrays. So to start doing an array, basically what we type is the dollar symbol, okay, because we have to start with a variable, r equals array, okay, and now between parentheses we type, let's say for example 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, numerical, these are the values that we will store inside the array. Okay, numerical values. Okay, so integers. And now at the end we have to type always a semicolon. Okay, so here you can I put R, but you can name this as let's say list of let's put numbers. Okay, numbers. Okay, so we have an array called inside a variable called numbers. So to use that array, or if we want to use or echo one of those integers inside the array, we have to type for example echo, and for example I want to output the number 3. Okay, so we have to type echo the name of the variable numbers and square brackets, and inside square brackets we have to type the number 2. Okay, semicolon. Now save this. Why do I put here number 2? Because supposedly number 2 would output the number 2, okay, in order of the array, number 1, number 2. But in programming languages, as I told you before, in JavaScript as well, in programming languages, always the order of the numbers, or the programming language reads this like the 1 as a 0, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because any numerical list, or any time the programming language has to read numerical value, it reads first, or it starts first with the 0. Okay, so this would be 0, 1, and 2. Okay, so 2 is this value here. Okay, so number 2 will output whatever we type or whatever it is stored here. Okay, so in this case it will output number 3. Let's see if it works. And let's open this, refresh, and there it is, number 3. Okay, if I want number 1 to appear, I have to type here 0. Okay, let's see if it works, and the 1 should appear. There it is. Okay, guys, so instead of numbers or integers, let's type, for example, strings. Okay, so in this case I would have let's say names of users. So the first user would have my name, Victor, the second, Alex, the third, Matt, and let's put one more, and let's say Bill. Okay, that's it. That's enough. So we have a string as the first name of the list, which is Victor, a second string, Alex, third string, Matt, and fourth string, Bill. Okay, but as I told you, the programming language reads this as the 0 string, 1 string, 2 string, and the third string. Okay, so Victor is, if we want to output Victor, we have to type 0. So there it is, 0. Let's see if this works, and refresh, and there it is, Victor. Okay, if we want to output Alex, we type 1. Okay, here, and there it is, Alex. Okay, there is another way that you can do arrays. So I'm going to do another array, which is, I'm going to do the same array, okay, that we have here, but in some other way, which is numbers, and now I type 0 equals, the first name was Victor, right? Now numbers 1. Okay, you see I'm doing the same array or the same list, but in order. Okay, and I can go on and do an infinite list. Okay, like this. And now I do whatever the name was, Matt. So now if I want to echo, I echo numbers 1, for example, which is Alex. Save this and refresh, and there it is. Okay, so you see we have more than one. I prefer the other type of doing arrays, okay, but you can do an array like this as well. Okay, so this is it for this video. Now you know how to do variables and how to make arrays, simple arrays, and we call these arrays that we learn now the one-dimension arrays. Okay, and in the next video we are going to learn also multi-dimension arrays. Okay, so see you guys in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.